Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, carrots of all ages, welcome to the first episode of a brand new franchise that we'll get right into in a second. But I finally turned off the menu music so I can start recording. What the heck is this sound? Okay, all jokes aside, I just want to say thank you all for the support in college football. Those videos will be coming out soon. I still want to get the Ep.1 done, and then these menu narrators always love to interrupt me, bro. I still want to get the JMU Dynasty done, and I also want to keep going with that AI rebuilds UL Monroe. Those are going nowhere. Just been busy. Last week I went on vacation to the beach for a week, and that was a lot of fun. But we are back recording some videos, and I want this series to be, instead of live stream, I want to try and edit everything and then do off-season live streams. And we're going to start at the preseason, and we're going to go the Arizona Cardinals. I've already looked at this team. I feel like this would be a lot of fun to rebuild. I haven't seen anyone huge yet do the Arizona Cardinals. I know Bengals doing the Jets. Octi's doing the Commanders, which I'm very excited about, my favorite team. Now this is what's up. I'll start going through all the settings. I might make a separate video over what sliders I use. Alrighty, and we are in, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to start with training camp for sure. Starting to highlight some of the players. Let's get right over to the adjust lineup and start talking about this team. We got fullback James Conner up in this bitch. Let's go. Who the hell is this guy? Tip Ryman, 2-year depth filler. Okay, you know what? I've had enough of this guy. I've had enough of this guy. Okay. First up, we have two of the greatest backups in the league right now in Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew. But then you got Carson Beck here. Do we already have the quarterback on this team is the question. Now, I highly doubt day one Carson Beck is our future QB, but it'd be very interesting if he can go into preseason, have a great preseason like he is in real life, and then just take the job. He's Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew can't hold a starting job to save their lives. We're already going to set this up perfectly. Jeremiah Love is our future running back. Algier is going to be a great complimentary guy, and then James Conner is going to sit there and look beautiful. Trey Benson could be a nice little trade chip. He has some really good speed on him. I don't know about it. He has actually pretty good catching. I want to say Jeremiah Love could also be a catching back. Okay, he can be. He's not far off from being a receiving back as well. So Trey Benson doesn't have a crazy amount of longevity here. He'd have to come into preseason with the second team and really do well at pass catching. Trey McBride, 99 overall, is going to be a 2,000 yard.
This player has a shown ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the player completes
I hate the first thing I found and threw was a water bottle because it really was anticlimactic. But you know, I've had enough with that guy. I will here in a moment go figure out which setting that is. But anyway, Trey McBride, an absolute monster. 88 speed, 99 catching, 93 catch in traffic, 92 spec catch, 88 short route, 83 medium route, and even has 78 deep route. He is a bona fide wide receiver in a 6'4", 246-pound frame. Probably the best tight end in the game, if not second, but I'm almost positive it is first. Everyone's going to laugh at me and saying, why wouldn't he be first? Because why would there be another 99 overall tight end? But still, you know, I could not tell you the 799s that are in this game. Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison. Because of Marvin Harrison being so bad last year, Michael Wilson became so good, and we are very excited to bring him into the slot. Marvin's still going to be the number one, but he's got to get going for when they selected him. I'm pretty sure it's definitely top 10, but where was it top 10? I'm trying to remember. It was 4th overall. Okay. And Kendrick Bourne's a nice little wide receiver, too. For now. Devin Duvernay is a good 4th wide receiver returner. Definitely will be a returner. He has great catching, speed, and acceleration to take that job. We got some guys down here. Reggie Virgil, a rookie, also kind of slower, tall wide receiver type. Our tight ends outside of McBride are not very good. Maybe one has run blocking to him. Maybe Tip Riemann can run block, 66 run block. That's about my run blocking in real life. No, that's my run blocking in real life right there. Elijah Higgins with 51. Will Johnson was very average in his first season. Wasn't insane, but was not bad either. So we're going to hope year 2 he becomes the best corner in the league. That would be very beneficial to this team. You got Greedy Williams. No, Garrett Williams. What am I saying? This team really loves slow corners and wide receivers. Really good zone coverage. We're going to be playing a lot of zone with a little bit of mix of man, and it's not horrible for him to play man, so that's pretty good. Sean Murphy Bunting, kind of regressing now at the age of 29. He is possible to get rid of if we don't really feel interested in keeping him. Max Melton, 24 years old, probably one of the better athletic corners on this team. Will definitely find a role, probably early on. And then we got Keitrell Clark, 92 speed, 95 excel. Do we make an immediate trade and get rid of Garrett Williams here in episode 1? Tell me that Garrett Williams is the best thing since sliced bread. Buda Baker, like we said, aging but amazing. Nice. 90 speed still, so he still has good speed, good hit power, good zone, good man for safety, good tackling. He's all around just a beautiful human being. See how he's done the past few years. He has, in the last 3 years, 1 interception. Great amount of tackles, though. This man, if he was like 40 pounds heavier and like maybe 4 inches taller, would be a really good linebacker for this team. 154 tackles for a safety is insane. He's been great his whole career. A little bit down on interceptions. 20 to 22 was like his peak. Darian Taylor Demerson with 2 years of experience, 92 speed, 93 excel, with some good zone coverage. Needs some work though, but I think we can get him on the right track with Buda Baker. Taylor Demerson is the guy over Winkard. But Mac Wilson's very athletic. We know that. 86 speed. Great tackling. Needs a little bit more coverage in his game, but he's actually gonna be pretty good for us here at the Mike position. Our O-line's pretty solid across the board. Maybe could use a right tackle. Okay, I know we were about to start up training camp and do depth chart, but I really thought about a right tackle position, and Jack Conklin is available still here in free agency, and I can't think of a better right tackle for at least a 2-year stopgap until we can draft linemen down the road, because our linemen are actually pretty young and very, very good. Might as well get a veteran to be out there on that line, and I think Jack Conklin can hold down the fort pretty well for us here. 1 guaranteed year. This guy, every time I have a good conversation with y'all. Thank you. So he is only half interested right now with the amount of money we put down, 4.5 yearly. So we're at about 9.15, maybe 9.2 in 2 years for this guy so far. I think salary can definitely go up more. I'm okay with paying a little bit more in salary. And that's going to do a lot. Um, I really don't want him to have a crazy bonus. I want to kind of, if we don't like what he's doing for us, more bonus. So we did that. This year it'd be 2.1 million guaranteed, and then 7.79. I kind of like the way the offer's made, but actually I want to front load it. See how the deal looks now. When did I add a 2028 void year? Weird. So we give him extra 40. What does that? Looks like a glitch. Not gonna lie. Not bad though. Jack Conklin's officially an Arizona Cardinal. I think that will be our one big signing. Total bonus 100K. He's on 53 pitch fresh start. That did so much. Refused to move any further. There we go. Luke Wysong. 2370 rookie. Out of Arizona. Cheap money. Sell him for long-term appeal. We don't want to give him too much. Add receiving touchdown incentive. 500. I'm definitely okay with that. That's a really good incentive. That is just a beautiful long-term depth signing right there. And if he gets 5 touchdowns, either by injuries or we just really start liking the guy, could be very solid. Oh. What? No wonder he got released. I just signed a guy that I won't even be able to play. What am I witnessing? Alrighty, we are back. Sorry, I would have showed the Carson Beck one, and we'll definitely real quick touch up on him. But there was stadium music, and I had to turn that off. I probably also will miss out on the Jacoby Brissett one, even though I wasn't paying attention while talking. Mr. Brightside was playing, which I wish I could allow in the video, but YouTube is anal about their music, so can't really do anything about that. But the future here is definitely around Jeremiah Love. He's going to be a top 5 back in this league. Almost guaranteed barring injury. He's really, really good. Cardinals selected him extra high. Higher than I thought. I thought either the Commanders or, I'm trying to think of another team. Like the Giants would have took Jeremiah Love. I know everyone loves Cam Scat, but come on. Having Cam Scat as the fight for yards guy and then a Jeremiah Love would be so nasty for their offense. But anyway, Jacoby Brissett's probably going to be the day 1 starter. And we have to think about, because of his real life issues with his contract, is he going to be a guy we can pay $15 million a year at the age of 33 and the overall of 72? Probably not. Maybe we try and give him a 1-year deal with incentives if he's really playing well, but I highly doubt he does. Really good run by Jeremiah Love there. I feel like it's going to be Carson Beck gets the job here sooner, because I'm going to try and really make the sliders difficult so that we need a really good team on our hands to win games. We're going to try it again. Come on, Wysong, let's go. Yeah, Wysong looks like a very solid piece out of Arizona. I accidentally threw that outside of it. It's okay. Good throw, Brissett. Let's try and get this back corner. Oh, yeah. Got that one. Now they're flying in. If Brissett throws like that through the season, maybe he is worth the money. And we're going to get gold with Y-Song, our first gold of training camp. Solid. There we go. That's a perfect time to go for it. Nope. I'm going to save that for a second. Come around. There we go. Run it through. There we go. Perfect time. Close those out. Get some stam. I'm going to wait on that 1x for a moment. About 30 seconds in. We're in a good spot right now. There we go. Missed that. Come back for it. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm going to have to let that 1x go for now. There we go. Now we go for it. Perfect timing for it. There we go. Got the gold. 57 seconds. That's what... We were going for 1x. It's a little too much. Get off me. Spin move. Spin move. Why'd you fall? Spin move. Get off. I swear. Move out my way. I need to murder Brissett right quick. That's the first time we've gotten to the quarterback in the timeline. Push, push, spin. No, 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 no. Get... I hate this game. Come on. Push, push, spin. Yeah, we're not getting there. Up. Run around him. We gotta move. We gotta move. No way. I'm just gonna take the bronze or silver, whatever. We already showed him my hand. This is not good. Bro, get off me. Get off me. No one's starting to work towards the end of this drill right here. Got him. Forced a fumble. We were close. Alright, we were back. Here we go. Good body movement by Will Johnson. Good man-to-man play. Now the question is corner a position that we'd probably use with our first round pick? Other than quarterback, I really see it as the number 2 position of need right now. Will Johnson just got destroyed there. What a play coming back to that ball. There we go. Get that interception. Almost had another one. How did... Green bars are broken for receivers, but you do not get them often for corner. Which is honestly makes sense because corners can't catch the same receivers can. Oh, as I say that. And then we'll ask for 2 fifths. And that's going to be an easy deal. Garrett Williams and Sean Murphy Bunting for 2 fifths. I'll be 2 extra picks for the upcoming draft, which will be nice. We should already be stockpiling some picks, knowing that we are a rebuilding team. We have the first, second, third, fourth, 3 fifths. So this is the first moves the Cardinals have made for this upcoming draft. Upgrade players. We got Walter Nolan, who needs desperately some power rush moves. Bad after what we've witnessed. Nolan, power rush again. He's now an 80 with an ability slot. Will Johnson, I feel like some more man-to-man will help him. He actually looked pretty solid in man coverage, +3 man, but the other one in zone for him. Now he's a 79. Great start. Luke Wysong, definitely going to be a playmaker slot guy for us. A lot of good route running. That was a really good upgrade right there. We're going to do it again. Yeah, that's nice. Carson Beck. We are going to work on strong arm. It wasn't bad, but could have been better. Chase Basantis gets a good few amount of upgrades. +2 pass blocking. Nice. And Jeremiah Love gets to be an 83 overall. Let's see. Is he a trucking back at all, or is he just straight juke move and smooth move? 81 trucking. So he can do a little bit of everything. His stiff arm's a little low, but that's okay. I'm not expecting to be a full-on freight train, but that man's going to snap some ankles. But alrighty, let's move on to the first preseason game. We're definitely developing the quarterback. That's the plan. Which side of the ball will you ride in? Definitely the offense. Our offense is definitely a lot better than our defense. And we're on offense. It's going to be our offensive line. I want to say receivers, though, in case of boost. We want to scout prospects for sure. And here we go. Alrighty, press conference over. We are here the next day after recording the game footage of preseason week 1, and if I gotta say, the Cardinals are a long ways away from being even functional. Like, it was kind of rough. We'll get into that as we start seeing the game. They start with the ball first. Kirk Cousins, backup Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, because I'm a big Kirk Cousins fan. Fernando Mendoza doesn't lace Kirk Cousins' $40 million contract boot. But Mendoza does get first team reps here, all jokes aside. Ashton Genty out of the backfield got a nice little play for 8. And then a nice little run as well. Genty, this game you will see pretty fast. Kind of destroys this whole defense. Once again, another Genty run. Not as much there, 4 yards, but that man is just breaking every tackle. You'll see a common theme that we cannot tackle. Other than that right there, as I say it, that was our probably best tackle of the whole game. Like I said, I made the sliders pretty difficult, and we're going to have to make this team good enough to win games. And I don't think it's going to be season 1. And if you guys look in the Cardinals' real-life schedule, it is probably one of the hardest schedules I've ever seen. Twice against the Rams, twice against the Seahawks, twice against the 49ers, all the normal ones. And then just some absolute insane teams. Like, I think they have 3 easy games all year against the Jets. The Raiders, which now we see is not easy even though it's preseason. And the Giants. And I feel like the Giants are going to make some shockwaves this year. As a Commanders fan, too, I do think the Giants are just going to be a lot better than we've seen the last half decade. But they can start out with a field goal. And I want to real quick talk about Devin Duvernay. This man was as average as it came. We know in real life Devin Duvernay is probably a top 10, top 5 returner in the league. And he just didn't do anything today through the return game. But we get to see Brissett the first time, throws a nice little drag route to Marvin Harrison. And we quickly go to 4th and 5. I only put some clips in for the next 9 minutes. As you will by the end see why. but right there was a nice rollout pass to something Brissett doesn't really do. He does not have the athleticism to overly roll around. And then after making a great play, you know what? No, Jacoby Brissett decided to throw a easy interception. Yeah, I have no accountability. And then watch this right here. I take out my own player. That drive right there was just abysmal from my offensive drive to their one play defensive drive. It was rough. And then next up, a weird throw, but works to Marvin Harrison. He had 2 catches for 36 yards. I don't think he came out and did anything else because the quarter did switch and his team came out. And that means Gardner Minshew comes in with a nice 8-yard gain. I think that was Virgil. I don't remember. Tyler Algier with a really nice run. He had a few really good runs for first downs. I do feel like the running game is the one thing that we will be latching on to bad this year. I only ran really the first quarter, and then it was all passing, and I can just see we are not going to be a passing team early on. We have 4 really good running backs, as we'll see throughout this game. We really trusted the running backs. They were making catches out of the backfield. All 4 of them were, which is very good to see. One of my favorites was Trey Benson. He had some really, really good catches. But the defense was just getting cooked all game. As we can see, another one there that goes for a lot. Pretty sure that was Dante Thornton there, if I'm remembering right. I'm pretty sure he's 13. But then we have a nice Denzel Burke stop right there. He was either doing pretty solid through the game or really, really bad. He still needs a lot of work. But I do think he is earning himself at least a back-end roster spot. And another field goal for them. We have James Conner getting a rush here. Look at this. An absolute bully James Conner has always been. Next up, Gardner Minshew. Easy roll, easy first down. Nice little 6-yard gain. And then you have Algier on the outside. He's going to get a good few. Like I said, he's been a really good 6 to 7 yard guy. He'd get 4 by himself and then push someone over for 3 more. Another nice little play. There's Devin Duvernay's biggest play of the game right there. And then 1st and 10. Nice little drag underneath the Trey Benson. Like I said, that man was hard to bring down. That man was making contested catches. He was very exciting to watch. And then right here, our biggest touchdown of the game right there for Chase Higgins. Our only touchdown of the game was right there as well. It was a very disappointing day for Arizona. I think it's Kirk now, right? Yep, Kirk Cousins is in. We lock everything up until we didn't. And look at this. Kirk Cousins turning back the time 15 years for a free 34-yard rushing touchdown. I was in awe about that. I was like, what did I just witness? But hey, he had a free lane and he took it. You could be 50 years old, and if no one's in the area, you might as well get yourself a touchdown. And another touchdown for the Raiders. It is now 27-10 right after halftime. Another really good play for Chase Higgins, the tight end 2. He'll never be the tight end 1 unless we decide to trade Trey McBride for 2 first-round picks, maybe even 4. No, I'm kidding. But he will be a really good number 2 receiving option. He might get himself 20 to 30 receptions this year because he was just that solid. Very, very, very solid. And next up, Carson Beck comes out, gets sacked immediately. 5th of the game. Like, Raiders were doing everything right. And we didn't do anything with that drive. We punted, and Denzel Burke got cooked by Dante Thornton. And it's just not going good whatsoever. 27-10. Mike Washington had a pretty solid game himself, as we'll see here in a little bit. The thing is, who do we decide to start cutting? There's not many contracts that we can really get rid of that would free us like 6 to 7 million. It's going to be like just 60 overall guys that are worth $1 million. Now you might have to take some cap penalty on. which would be okay, but there is nothing too special that we could see give us a lot of money for the future as of right now. But this team also doesn't have too many bad contracts either, which is a very good part. Some teams have some horrible contracts. Brandon Ayuk, 49ers. Next up, Mike Washington with an absolute insane run. No one was catching him until that guy did. Nope, never mind. I forgot that he did score all the way. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you all for this first episode. We just stopped it right there. In episode 2, we'll be doing week 3 of the preseason and the cut day. And then in episode 3, we will start the regular season. I hope this is a fun series for everyone. The Arizona Cardinals are a fun team to use this year, and I hope y'all enjoyed and have a good day. Peace.